Hey everybody, Alex Aronson here with Court Accountability Action on the Legal AF channel on the Midas Touch Network. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Really thrilled to be sharing with you a conversation from a briefing we hosted recently. We were just so excited to host Dahlia Lithwick, our dear friend and partner over at Slate, one of the very best Supreme Court reporters in the game, with Judge Michael Luttig, the former Fourth Circuit judge and Federalist Society stalwart. Right, this is a guy that came up with John Roberts, came up with Sam Alito, was really part of this conservative legal movement, who has very patriotically been willing to call out his former friends and colleagues for what he sees as an abandonment of the rule of law. And this conversation really makes plain his assessment that if given the opportunity, these right-wing justices, these 6 Republican justices who issued the lawless Trump immunity decision, so many other lawless decisions over the course of these last few years, will do everything in their power to deliver for Trump. I think it's so essential that he makes that clarion call so that people are alert to this. People are prepared for the possibility that this is coming down the pike, and so we can mobilize our communities to push back against it. Turn it over to Dahlia and Judge Michael Luttig.
Judge, I've heard you say over and over again that the single most salient issue for you thinking about going into the 2024 election is democracy, continuing democracy, peaceful transfer of power, the rule of law. And I wonder if you think that the American public fully understands the enormity of that question, or if it's just too much of an abstraction. And then I guess my part B, this is a Stephen Breyer multiple part question, but my part B is, do you think the court fully understands that democracy, peaceful transfer of power, and the rule of law are very, very much the thing that is at risk in this election?
I love that question, Dahlia, and literally right before I came on today, I finished an essay that we'll publish soon on the election, American democracy, and the rule of law. The highlight of that essay is that Donald Trump and now the Republican Party have corrupted American democracy and the rule of law. And therefore the question, and therefore the election in November is a test of Americans' commitment to their democracy and rule of law. Now, turning to the Supreme Court, not only do I not believe that they understand that, I believe they fully understand it, and they categorically disagree with it, Dahlia. There's nothing else that would explain the decisions that we've been talking about. And by the way, it's not for today, but I've attended these oral arguments in these cases, and some of the questions from some of the justices betrayed that very thing, that those justices at least don't accept that any of this is about American democracy and the rule of law. Now, they're simply wrong, and it's reprehensible in my view for any judge, frankly, any person, to say that this election is not about American democracy and the law and the rule of law. Now, turning to the abstraction point that you raised, I have written, and it may have been, I think, in my endorsement of the vice president, that the political talking heads and the political operatives tell us all the time that American democracy and the rule are too abstract for the American voters. Well, I don't believe that's ever been true, but if it has, it's certainly not true today. Donald Trump tried to overturn a presidential election in 2020. That's perhaps the gravest offense that can be committed by a president of the United States. And today, he and his Republican, obeisant Republican Party persist in their false claim that he won that election. And Dahlia, today, the former president and his Republican Party refuse to tell the American people that they will accept their vote and their will in the election that's coming up in only days. The American democracy and the peaceful transfer of power are the fundamental tenets of our constitutional republic. And Donald Trump and the Republican Party today are threatening America. They're holding America hostage for another January 6th when they say that they will not respect the will and the vote of the American people unless Donald Trump wins. That's abhorrent, but many, many millions of people, Americans who are Republican or Republican leaning, I believe they like that position that's being taken by Donald Trump. For the life of me, I cannot understand it. But I can tell them one thing: this is the moment, the man and the moment in American history that our founding fathers and the framers of our Constitution feared more than anything else in the world.
Judge Luttig, I just want to add my voice to Norm Eisen's and to say I don't know of a lot of people who have done more than you have and staked more of your skin in the game to make this very point. And it's just always a treat to be in conversation with you, and always really just an honor to see the work that you've done. So thank you for joining us.
In collaboration with the Midas Touch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories at the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.